Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, and here we are with, well, you know what? All with this new setup, I'm already forgetting. Click. It is day 3976. As you can see, I didn't even play a match yet today. I usually have that done beforehand, but we get to go through it together. Anyways, we got 24 days to go before day 4000, and let's get into it. What are we doing today? We're crashing a Titan. It always sounds more thrilling than what it really is. But here, I'm going to look down here and click, clickety, click, click. If you notice, there's a new setup on your screen. I'm trying to incorporate my webcam and my PC more. Vertical mode is something that is eluding me right now. I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing stream vertically. It's on a horizontal setup. You can tell with the well, it's just a vertical screen on your on a horizontal background. There is a way to somehow flip that, but it wants me to dual cast. I'm talking about Streamlabs, if anyone's aware. Streamlabs has a way to dual cast horizontally and vertically simultaneously, but I can't seem to get it to just do vertically. If anyone's got any clues, let me know. Comment, message me. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Messenger, whatever you catch me at, Discord, Reddit, I don't care. I would like the help. But anyways, all that aside, let's get into it. We got Deadpool Daily just staring me in the face. There you are. We have only one Titan to crash today, which is really nice because I got things to do. I don't know about you. We're gonna go against the Green Goblin. Green Goblin being one of the older 5 stars in the game, not like the oldest, but he was definitely, he's definitely pretty old. Like within the first, I'm just gonna give a guess, like within the first 10. I'm being safe here with my numbers. I know he wasn't in the first 3, but point is, he's pretty old. If you look at his kit, it's pretty simple. The one thing he brought to the table back in the day when he was released that was unique. Before Hawkeye came along, he said, hey, guess what? I'm going to fortify your repeaters and countdowns for free every turn. That's his yellow. And it's pretty significant still to this day. Hawkeye just fortifies countdowns. And I'm not saying that's bad, but Goblin does both. He also has a decent black nuke. Like back in the day, it was a big deal. It just hits really hard, but it makes a countdown that if you destroy, match away, whatever the countdown before it goes, then unfortunately you get this. You don't get to use your black power anymore. It's basically representing his Goblin glider. So you like fire it into someone, but hey, the glider's broken now. Meh. Then there's the purple. The purple is his pumpkin bombs. And you get to select a color on the board. He makes a few different pumpkin bomb tiles based on the color you select. Red is like pure damage. Black makes like attack tiles, or I think it's strike tiles. Attack? Shoot, I can't remember. Like green is like team damage. Blue is stun. Purple is AP steal. Yellow is healing or protection, I forget which one, but point is they can do a myriad of things depending on what you want. The only problem is it doesn't make countdowns, so they can be completely neutralized. Mighty Thor can destroy all the pumpkin bombs in the world before they even go off. It's kind of not threatening anymore. And there's his yellow, which is the passive we were talking about earlier. It has another effect on it as well as an active power, but I didn't look at it, I'll be honest. We don't use that. It's like Bruno, we don't talk about it. It's not significant. We'll look at it though. Is Green Goblin a threat? Well, back in the day, he had high match damage and high health, and a nuke, a black nuke that was pretty decent. Nowadays, not so much. He's a nice utility to pair with someone who uses countdowns and repeaters, and that's about as far as it goes. But hey, I digress. Let's get into it and see how we can dismantle Norman Osborn. We get to go up with Shuri. Shuri actually is going to love the fact that he likes to fortify repeaters and countdowns because Shuri's passive deals all with, fortified stuff. Now, I want to put out a little caveat and nugget here. This is going to be one of the only Crash of the Titans that I do for quite some time where I feel like I have too much of a leg up. I usually have every 4-star champed, and I understand that going into these. However, this is my only ascended 4-star because I'm picky. I am only going to ascend when I get max, meaning 2 max scout characters, because I want all the 4-star champ rewards, even if it's Polaris, and that means Havoc covers, and I'm rolling my eyes talking about it, but I want all the covers. I want all the rewards. I'm not going to skimp on that. Do you think I need a 4-star or a 5-star Polaris to win? Psh, no. We got all kinds of ways to win this game. I don't need to rely on one character. I will get those rewards though. Anyways, Shuri has an interesting kit that has not gone away, not been out of favor, doesn't grow old with time. I mean, sure, she's not as unique in this anymore, but she still packs a good punch with what she does. Shuri brings to the table her Vibranium Tech. This passive basically states as long as there are 5 fortified tiles on the board, enemy powers cost 3 more, and friendly powers cost 3 AP less, down to a minimum of 3. That's a big deal. That's a giant wedge between you and the opposition. Of course, this is for active powers. It doesn't affect passives, because passives don't care about AP, generally. So it only affects that stuff. But hey, if you've been playing this game long enough, you know that active powers actually have a good punch. They actually do good damage. They're your nukes. For more often than what it's worth, they're pretty good usually. You just, got to spend the AP to get that sweet bonus they provide. So this is a good thing. Just think about your stuns being 3 AP cheaper, or heals, or nukes, or tile creators, or whatever you want to make. Okay, and of course hindering the enemy by making it more expensive. Her red, I'm skipping down to there. I'm saving green for last. Her red is a little more costly at 8, but remember, if you have some fortified tiles out, this could only cost 5. Fortifies up to 6 friendly special or basic tiles, and removes a random enemy fortified special tile. It kind of sucks that you're removing the enemy one, but really I think it just removes the tile underneath. It's been a long time since I put that into practice, I'll admit. But I think it just removes the underlying effect and leaves the fortified behind. I could be wrong though. I'm pretty sure that's what it does, because it says remove, it doesn't say destroy. That's a big point of it. Anyways, as a passive, whenever you match a fortified tile, not destroy, it has to be you, not the enemy. Okay? Whenever you match a fortified tile, you deal a good chunk of damage. It's nothing crazy that you're going to base your whole team around, but it can, put the nail in the coffin. As she has ascended, this is obviously quite boosted. This is not her normal damage for this power, so please take that with a grain of salt. Finally, her green, the Twin Blasters, you can pump it up to 5 so you can see what it could really do. It's costly. It costs 11, down to 8 if you got the fortifieds out there for it, right? You deal some damage, not nearly this much, okay? This is ascended numbers once again. You destroy 5 random tiles. That stayed the same. If this power destroys a fortified tile, you stun the enemy for 3 turns. That's the same as well. Destroyed tiles deal damage but do not generate AP. That's all the same stuff. I put that at 3 because, quite frankly, it just does less damage, but it still destroys 5 random tiles and does a 2-turn stun. I'm not using Shuri for her stun, and I don't think you should either. Is it handy to have a 3-turn stun over 2? Sure it is, but how often are you going to fire off an 11 AP power? Or 8, even if the fortified stuff's out there. No, you're going to fire off this more often, especially if it's down to 5, and you're going to rely on matching fortified tiles to just do constant damage. You're going to want to keep tiles fortified out there so you can match them for a little passive mini nukes along the way. It's the way to go. A 2-turn stun for green instead of a 3-turn stun is going to go a lot longer, going to give you more mileage than upping it to a 3-turn stun, but doing what, less damage here or less effect on your Vibranium Tech. The Vibranium Tech could go down to cost 2 more and friendly cost 2 less. No, we want the 3 and 3. Come on, that pays dividends over time throughout a battle. Anyways, that's enough yada yada yada. I do not have the fun costume. Sorry. If you haven't known by now, this is a free-to-play channel. Okay, ready? We're gonna get into this. I'm just gonna turn on the animations because it is a one-on-one fight after all. Story, daily, clickety, goblin-y. Okay. Oh, and I did put on her support of Shuri's lab. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? But I guess I could turn it off for this purpose. But let's just go through it real quick so you know why I have it on her. I only have level 3 of it. I don't have a maxed one, so can't fault me there. For rank 1, there's a chance to create a fortified friendly special tile. You have to fortify a friendly special tile. Sorry, said it wrong. But you know, when a supporter character makes a match, you have a chance of doing that. That's not a bad thing at all. She's not going to make a lot of special tiles on her own, so it's not going to go far away there. But rank 2, green match damage is up. Rank 3, when you make a red match, there's a chance to gain 2 extra red. That's really good for getting your fortified stuff going. And then finally, synergy perk. At the start of the turn, if there are at least 4 fortified tiles of a color on the board, you gain 1 AP in that color. So not like a red, blue, green, yellow, but more like 4 red tiles. Then you're going to gain 1 red AP in that color. You need a lot of fortified tiles to keep this going. You can abuse that if you use certain fortified people with you, like Heimdall on the 5-star level. He could just pick and choose what he wants to fortify. So if you pick and choose, like, let's say, you know, a few blues, and you get 4 blues in there, then you're generating 1 blue AP per turn, and Heimdall will love you for that. So, but were you going to use this? No. We're going to unequip that from her because we got a 5-star Shuri. We don't really need to blast the opponent into next year. I don't think Goblin deserves that, even as horrible as he is. One-on-one fight, ready, go. Okay, so we want reds, blues, and greens, obviously. Reds at most. I'll take that one. Taking the green into the blue. Look at that damage. That match damage is ridiculous. I probably should have highlighted that. And this is why you can't trust Ascended people on a stream like this. It just obliterated him. That's like not even fair. Okay. Plan B. I can't fight another character with this Crash the Titan, but I can do this much. Well, I'm going to click that here. Thank you for the health packs game. If I were you and I had problems getting through this with Norman Osborn, I would do this. I would not put on Shuri's lab. Not joking. Even though it's made for her and gives the AP bonuses and match damage and blah, blah, blah. No. I would do something like maybe element guns. When a supporter character fires a power, there's a chance of creating an attack tile. You can fire powers pretty often once you get those fortified tiles out there. Supporter character's base yellow's up, that's okay. Purple's up. When a supporter character makes a match, there's a chance to fortify a friendly special tile. Basically what I'm getting at here is when you fire a power, there's a 50% chance of making an attack tile, and then there's a free chance when you make matches of fortifying friendly tiles. You can basically get your own fortified engine running just with these alone. Is this the best way to go about it? Not necessarily, but it's definitely got a good few perks in it, not to mention your yellow and purple damage go up a decent amount if you have rank 4. Anything more than that, it's just more gravy. What else could you do? You could go with something just to kind of, you know, kick them in the sternum. Something like the Power Stone, if you have it. I'm scrolling. Vibranium ore is a nice one. Additional damage to enemies for your powers. That's always okay. When you make a match 4 or greater, you get to make a protect tile. So making tiles for you to fortify is never a bad deal. You take less damage for enemy matches. That's not bad because Goblin is a 5-star, so it could hurt. And if you make a match in the team's strongest color, there's a chance to gain 1 extra AP of that color. That would only be blue for you, so not so good there. But the other abilities are pretty decent. You could go with. Give me a moment. mean, obviously you can go with low-level AI and make strike tiles to make things stronger for you. You could go with pocket radio and just go for pure match damage. Red and green are the first 2 levels of it, or rank 1 and rank 3. And she uses red and green. This could make you a big powerhouse against just the goblin. Just punch him to death. You could go with Scroluminati isn't Scroluminati. Jeez, it's a word. Is pretty. It's a good like one-on-one support. Putting it in 3-on-3s, it's a little risky because it's like random stuff. I'm not gonna get into it, but like for one-on-one fights, is not bad. Just trust me on it. It's just like Symbiote Goo is good for one-on-one fights. Deadpool's good for one-on-one fights. Eros' arrow is super good for one-on-one fights. Seriously, I only have like a level 100, like rank 2 of it. It's one of my worst supports, but it's so good. it really is good. Just that ability right in the beginning here. 5-turn tile. If at the end of the turn one doesn't exist, 5-turn tile created, targeting a random enemy, which you know who it's going to be, and the ally in front, which you know who it's going to be, and that enemy deals 80% reduced damage while this exists. I mean, there's more than a few ways to get through with this. There's probably other ways you can get through this as well, but just giving you some basic pointers, things you could equip, make your life easier. I'm surprised I didn't see the one. I must have went by it on accident. There it is, Chewy. That was the only one I wanted to click into. When you make a match, there's a chance to make a strength blah 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 attack tile. Again, fortifying tiles is a big deal. When a friendly powers file, there's a chance to remove an enemy special. That's not a bad deal at all. Let's say he does pull out his glider and hit you with it. You could just remove it with you get lucky with a friendly power fired, or use your green to fire it away. But I mean, it's not a bad idea. Anyways, okay, I'll leave it alone. I think you get the point of it. If you have any trouble with it, and I'm sorry again, I don't have a 4-star Shuri to show it off with, but feel free, drop me a comment, ask me a question, Reddit, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Messenger, go for it. Okay, I'll be more than happy to answer questions. So if we're here and into the unknown future, I'm going to try to do most of my streams like this, on webcam, try to be presentable. Try to keep the phone casting to my screen as I'm doing it right now, holding in my hand, but you can see it live on screen. I'm going to try to get better at this. I really am. Thank you very much for your patience and waiting for me to get through all this. And I will see you all next time. Tomorrow for, what was it? Purple Man's Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. There he is. Yeah, we got to finish up days 3 and 4 tomorrow. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.